All right, welcome. Working with logarithms today. Great question here because there is some number manipulation that we're going to have to work with, and it presents some other foundational understandings like difference of two cubes and how to work with rational numbers as far as denominators. So the first thing to recognize with this, if we're expanding this logarithm, is that there isn't any there's a power rule, product rule. There isn't any rule that deals with subtraction. Okay. So there's really no way for us to split this up. Now, one thing we could do is try to rearrange this to look kind of like a quotient property. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this 1 to an x3 over x3. This is the same thing. So we're going to rewrite this as x3 over x3 minus 1 over x3. Okay? And now that I have the same denominator, there's a log here, what I can do is I can evaluate the top number over the bottom number. And what this allows me to do is start to use the quotient property, because what we have, right, is some division. We have a quantity over a quantity. So quotient property of a logarithm tells us that I can expand this to log A minus log B. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to make this log of x to the third minus 1 minus log x3. So now here's the piece of this question that I like. Understanding that this here is actually a difference of two cubes. Or cubes, not squares. And there's a rule for this, and you can see 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. So the rule for difference of two cubes is a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. Okay, here we have a expanding of difference of two cubes, and I could do the same thing here. So I can have log, let's look at this in a different color, of x minus 1, x squared. 1 times x is just 1x. We'll just call it x. We don't have to call it 1x. I think at this point, if you're working with logarithms, you understand that there's a 1 in front there, plus 1 squared, which we could just say is 1. 1 squared is 1. So we don't need to write this as 1 squared, minus our log of x to the third. Now here's a couple rules. One is we can use a product rule to expand this into addition, and then we could also use this 3 with a power rule. Now the power rule is going to tell you if you have log a to the b like this, you can make it b log a. You can move this b to the front here, and if you have a product of log ab, you can write it as log a plus log b. So I'll do the same for this, and I'll rewrite it as log x minus 1 plus log x squared plus x plus 1, and then moving this power to the front here, minus 3 log x. And that's how you'd be able to expand this whole logarithm from this simple one here, using denominators, using a quotient rule. Hope I spelled that right. And then difference of two cubes. I'm going to draw a cube. And, rewriting this, expanding our difference of two cubes here, and then allowing us to use a product rule and a power rule in order to get a final answer of this as totally expanded here. Remember, math is easy with hard work.